we must rise. Why must I rise, Sister Gauri, born of dawn? When the world be dark, when the world be night, when the dawn can't bring the day to light, why must I rise? You rose to bring the world to calm, Princess Parvati, palace born. Engulfed in grief, engulfed in rage, with Sati's half-burnt corpse, delirious in his frenzied dance, Shiva opened his third destructive eye. He saw no good, he saw no end, with Sati gone. A world where a child, taunted by her father's jibe, took her own life. The father, blind to gentle love, enraged that she had cast her lot with a man of her choice, pointed at the vagrant wretch, a different caste, a different tribe, a blot, dishonor to the clan, a derelict, an unwanted man. What of her choice? What of her desire? An immolation in a holy pyre, an honor death so nimbly tossed, whose honor claimed, whose honor lost. The world needed to be trampled on, stomped on out of existence, decimated, annihilated. It made no sense. With his riotous fury, Mahatandav dance, Shiva began his penitence. Vishnu stepped down to seize the fire. Shiva's anger spent, bereaved, besieged, remorseful mendicant, disappeared from a world not worth being saved. In his desperate grief, in his austere cave, ascetic, abstinent. In the world, the demons grew. The wicked rose, the monsters slew, and Tarakasur, in his pompous pride, bloated in vain, reminded the gods again and again that none could touch his power grand except one, Shiva's son. Shiva's son was the promised man, but Shiva was gone, gone to the world in his desperate grief, in his austere cave, ascetic, abstinent. So you rose, Princess Parvati, so you rose. From the palace on the mountain peaks, you stepped down and chose to leave the charms of your father's abode. You starved, you prayed, tattered attire, hair disarrayed, impoverished like the man you chose. Gauri, Parvati, you rose to bring the world to calm. You raised Kartik to be the one to slay Tarakasur and every demon in sight. You rose to bring the world to light. But why must I rise, Sister Gauri? Why must I rise? I am Kali the dark, the black, the blight, the discarded hue of a grace divine. I am the somber loss of light. Why must I fight, Sister Durga, valiant born? The heinous dark, the lewd, the vile. When the fair can't win, the fair lose sight. Why must I fight? You were the answer to a million prayers, Sister Durga. You were born of Shakti, shaped a slayer of evil, demons in disguise. You decimated to stop the slaughter, to stall the carnage. Warrior, goddess, Shakti's daughter, you set the world on fire with your third eye. You were formed to fight. You battled where gods feared to tread. You battled demons born of dead. You slayed one, another was born. Kingdoms demolished in their wild rampage. Shumbha, Nishumbha went on and on. You battled on your lion perched, every demon in every disguise. Mahishasur, who tried to hide in a buffalo's hide, slayed by your sword, slayed by your rage. Yet, there was another vial whose every drop of blood that fell was a seed birthing a twin from hell. You slashed and cut, but from every drop, Rakta Bija seemed to crop. So I was wrenched from the depth of your rage to slay the one that even you couldn't slay. I rose, cast in fury's blackened hue. I rose, incensed from the depth of hell, from the ashes of the recent dead, from the ghosts of dead eons ago, from the ravenous depths of an abyss I rose. I rose with a hunger to be quenched by blood. I drank the flood of the poisonous demon's perfidious gore. I drank until there was no more. So we fought, both you and I. He roared, he buckled, he ripped, he gnashed. With the relentless fury of a deranged man, you cut, you slashed, while his blood I lapped. Not a drop splattered on the mud. You severed his head with an leaden axe. You're me, you say, and I am you? You're a fortress, queen, lion astride, reliever of sorrow, dispeller of doom. How can I be Gauri? How can I be you? You are the Devi, reigning the skies, Shiva's beloved, Ganesha's delight, Mother Goddess, luminescent, bright. Be the same as you? How can I? Thus spoke Kali of the darkened hue, cast with the skin of black and blue, cast off by Gauri when mocked as dark. How can you be me and I be you? Parvati of the softer tone said, you're not you by yourself alone. We seek you out when the world turns black. We seek you out when the sun dawns dark. We seek you when we are not enough. We seek you now, but in a more terrible form, for the demon today does not disguise. Every day, in every lane, on every road, on every side, the demon smirks. The demon grows from every drop of demon blood. Bloated with a heinous pride, he strikes, he strikes. A schoolgirl at the sound of bell rushes out with her friends, eager for the day to end. But what hell awaits? With a club, he waits, he waits. And when he sees her, he gives chase. She runs, books scattering on the road. She runs aghast, she shouts, she wails, but they fall on deafened ears. They fall on passive, indifferent eyes. They look on, deafened to her cries. And he hits her head, bludgeons her to death. Bloated with a heinous pride, he strikes, he strikes. He does not need a buffalo's hide to hide. But that's not all. A doctor, after a long day's round of listening to coughing, choking breaths, of prescribing pills, of reading charts, of healing soft, ticking hearts, of keeping at bay the touch of death, from the ill, the frail, wearied, tired at the end of the day, hopes for a restful night. But what hell awaits? He waits, he waits. He does not need a buffalo's hide to hide. He pounces on the sleep-bound girl. She flails, she fights. He rapes, he grabs surgical scissors meant for saving lives. He laughs, he stabs. Who the demon? What disguise? Bloated with a heinous pride, he strikes, he strikes. And that's not all. The bus, the road, each lane, each street, each cab she boards. He waits, he waits. He does not need a buffalo's hide to hide. Her panic, her dread, her horror, her fear. He feeds on it, he laps it up. He grows, he grows. They name her Nirbhaya, the fearless one. But fear looms large. He smirks, he knows. Bloated with a heinous pride, he strikes, he strikes. Is she safe in her own home? Can she dream a dream of her own? Can she step out? Can she soar? Must she whisper? Must she whimper? Can with an unchaste voice she roar? Can she even have a voice? Can she bring into the clan a different tribe, a different caste, cast her lot with a man of her own choice? No. An honor death to her is tossed. Whose honor claimed? Whose honor lost? What father this with his own hands strangles her, then lights a pyre? What father this? He does not need a buffalo's hide to hide. Bloated with a heinous pride, he strikes, he strikes. How can we let these bloated, vain, these hideous beasts rape and strangle, jeer, mock, mangle again and again and again? Emboldened, breeding their hell, insulting, taunting, mocking, haunting. Where do they get their impunity? Who grants them such unholy immunity? Kali, can you tell? Kali, we must rise again, engulfed in rage, engulfed in sorrow, engulfed in grief, cast in fury's blackened hue, ferocious, terrible, enraged, to raise the Asuras, the beasts of this dark, dark age. For the world is dark, the world is night, and dawn can't bring the day to light. So we must rise. Rise from sorrow, rise from grief. Rise more fierce, more thunderous, wild. Rise with a volcanic force. Thirst out from an abyss deep, with half-burnt corpses in our arms, wailing, impoverished, disarrayed, roaring in decibels unchaste. We must rise from the ashes of every honor death, from each girl's keening, anguished breath. We must rise, Kali. There is no good, there is no end. So we must rise. We must rise until we decimate, trample on and annihilate a world impenitent. We must raise the insolent, lewd, lecherous gaze. We must rise with a hunger to be quenched by demon blood. We must slash and cut, sever the bestial head with a laden axe. Drink, drink the perfidious blood of demon gore. Drink until there is no more. Open the third burning eye. Be incensed. Rise, Parvati, Durga, Kali, for the Mahatandav dance.